I have not been able to be in the garden a lot this summer because life gets busy, right? And so I figured what an awesome time to just show you the garden, show you what's going good, show you what's I've just started, and also show you kind of what's coming back too, and like what's been helpful. So here we go. Okay, welcome to the garden. Okay, the first things that we have here are chives. The chives are pretty well like flowered out. They have like a purple flower in the springtime, which is really beautiful. But now, you can pull the flower off, grind it up, and then like see all those little black seeds? Those are all chive seeds. I don't really like have many more spaces for chives, so I just kind of let it like flower out. But sometimes I will I'll sprinkle it, just sprinkle it around. See if chives grow next year. Okay, the second thing I have in the garden is kale. My kids love kale chips. I just like chop them, toss them in olive oil, put some seasoning on them, and then bake them for a little bit. They get really small, crunchy. They're amazing. Okay. It looks like they're doing good. It's a really hot day. It's probably 90 out right now. They're a little bit wilty, but they're okay. I have a tomato plant here. This is, I believe, my only tomato plant. No, never mind, I have another tomato plant too. This one's little, and then I bought that one for like a fundraiser earlier this spring. Next up is cilantro. Obviously the cilantro is taken off. I haven't really done much with it, but it's still amazing. When my niece comes over, she still likes to eat some cilantro. I love it on tacos and eggs and anything because cilantro is amazing. Our corn, it's July, so our corn should be like way tall. This is not gonna go anywhere this season, but you know, whatever, we tried. The corn's, it's gonna come up, but it's not gonna produce anything. Basil is looking absolutely beautiful. Last year I grew basil, but I didn't do anything with it. So this year my goal is to dry it and make some like pesto seasoning for just for salads and things like that, and noodles. Over here is dill. It also flowered out, but it's okay. I just grab all these to chop them up, put dill on your chicken and all those. It's amazing. This little garden or little tomatoes here. I'm starting to get some little ones. Sometimes I grow my tomato plants along the fence because I have this like fenced in garden, and then this fence just supports all of my tomatoes so they don't fall down, which is great. And then this row going here did not grow. Like whatever I planted in here didn't come up. However, this is like this little succulent plant. You can eat these. They're natural. I live in Minnesota, but you can eat these. They actually have like high omega-3, which is great. Oh, it looks actually like I have carrots in here. Can you see this little top? That's carrots. So I'll have to weed these out and find my little carrots so they can have some more growing time. Okay, so as you've noticed, my whole garden is covered in fabric, and so that's why I don't have to weed, because life gets super busy. And then I also have these tarps, and the wood's just holding down the tarp, but that's because I haven't had time to plant there, and so I'm not going to waste my time weeding that spot. I'll just cover it and then just focus on what I have time for. There was a closeout on celery, and so I bought some celery. I just planted it. It will probably like give it 2-3 weeks, and I'll be able to harvest it as well. So, and you always need some flowers to make things pretty, right? Okay. Next up is peppers. Peppers are looking good. They're looking pretty good. So these are hot banana peppers, and we have like some bell peppers too, but look at the size of these. They're pretty good for such small plants. Like this one already has 4 peppers growing onto it. And you can tell the difference. Like these I weeded, and I also planted them pretty early in the season. So when I plant them when they're like small, I'll put the white thing around it, and what that does is it will make sure that the cutworms that come out don't eat through the stem of the plant when the stem's really small. I mean, obviously now it's too thick, they couldn't eat through it, but before they could eat through it. So these all have that little circle around the base of them. And so this is 2 rows of peppers here. And then I believe we have a few varieties. There's sweet peppers, sweet banana peppers, and hot banana peppers. So this one's hot. And it looks like further down there that we have some peppers. I actually like to mix them up and then put like cream cheese in them and then serve them, and you never know if you're gonna get a hot one or a sweet one. People like love it when I bring those to like gatherings, because it's like almost like a fun activity just to like sit around and eat some bell peppers or some other regular peppers. Okay, next up I have Swiss chard. Just planted this, so here it is. This is some. I just weeded around this one, but I'll have to go through this row and like find them and weed them out. And then this next one is bull's beets. It's called bull's blood beets. They're like very, very, very red. Again, I'll have to go through and weed that out so they can thrive. And then these are bush cucumbers. I've actually never had a bush cucumber before. Usually I just do vines. So we'll see how they go, and if they like, you know, overflow their space, totally okay. Okay, and then as I told you, I didn't have a lot of time this summer to dedicate towards my garden. So I'm just planting my peas now, and it's July. So I'm like, I know that they will grow. I'll still get peas, but usually people are like done with their peas now. They're just coming up. See the little one? So cute. So, and then this tarp, and also if that's like a bucket of water just to hold the tarp down, is all just so I don't have to weed. Like realistically in my garden, the only thing I have to weed are these like little holes here. But I don't even want to weed that if I don't have to, right? Because for me, weeding takes the fun out of gardening. And then I do have some things that are in my garden that come back every year. So we already passed like lemongrass and mint. But this is spearmint. And so what I do with this is sometimes I'll just eat off of it during the summer. But other times I will take, like, it gets pretty big. I'll cut them, hang them upside down in my house and dry them out. And then I just have the tea or leaves to like crunch up for my tea. It's amazing. Peppermint and mint tea, I love it. I'll show you some more perennials as I walk around the garden here. I believe this is broccoli. It hasn't put on any like broccoli heads yet, but the plant is getting big enough where it's gonna start. And then I have some squash. Okay, so if I do absolutely nothing to my garden, this is what it looks like. This is the extent of weeding that you have to do if you fabric your whole garden. As you can tell, it's like actually not that much, which is great. And then I have some squash over there. And then here's lemongrass. Lemongrass is great for teas. So if you grow lemongrass, just dry it out. You can put it in teas. It's also like used in like other cuisines. Like I think it's Japanese cuisines, but you can cook it too and like use it to season your food and stuff like that. I just cleared all of this. As you notice, this is like a wider patch of fabric that we have open. I'm gonna put like some dahlias, so like perennials there. I also just planted some onions are from last year. So sometimes plants will flower and go to seed the second year, which I know carrots do that. And so I'm wondering if these are gonna go to seed, like see those flowers on top. I don't know the answer yet, but I'm just gonna kind of watch it to see, because I think that's what's happening. It's beautiful and so tall. But yeah, I just like got busy, had some onions that were like, you know how they like sprout a little bit and they weren't ideal for cooking. So I'm like, well, I'll plant them in the garden. And that was last fall. And then here they're just like, they're going to town. They're amazing. So those are a bunch of like berry bushes. I believe those are gooseberries. I think so. I know we planted a bunch of varieties of them. And then over here, got some watermelon plants. I just have 3, super simple this year. But like when I actually plant my garden on time, this whole back is where I plant all of the vines, and it's just like you cannot walk through here at all because it's just vines all over. But like I'd rather have them vine in the back of my garden and then like have like the other stuff that I access a lot, like the peppers and the chives and the kale up front. And then I'll just come back here when the vines are done, when the watermelon's done, and when the squash is done, you know, like, and I'll just let it do a thing till then. So, but we have a few squash flowers. It looks like these ones already bloomed. And then this one's gonna bloom right there. And then I've been transitioning to like planting perennials too, because I just want some stuff that comes back every year. So this is a perennial flower I put in the corner of my garden. Isn't it cute? I've actually never heard of this before, but again, I went to clearance and it was cheap, and so I was like, heck yes, because they were like a garden house clearance, so grabbed it. So this is Dream Girl, what it is, that's what it's called. But it comes back every year and it has these really pretty flowers, so I figured that would be a great one to do. And then this is sage. I'm actually not sure what to do with this sage. I know people like will like put them in bundles and use them for smudging and things like that. I've never done that. But I am like curious to do something. I'll do something with it and figure it out. And then I also went to Costco, okay? And I bought some more bulbs that I don't even know they had. I don't even remember what it was. So I just wrote perennial because I know it's a perennial. And then it's starting to bloom. So I have like these cuts in my fabric for the fence post when we put them in. And we put this in like 3 years ago now. So this is just like a place where grass could grow. So I'm like, well, why don't I have like a flower that's going to bloom? So I have a flower there that's going to bloom, and then some other down here. And then on the outside of our garden, we also have bushes planted as well. So this is another gooseberry. See those big berries? Yeah, they're pretty cool. Gooseberry plant, and then here's some more perennials. Whoop, it's coming. Yeah, so that is my garden tour as of now. Usually my garden is way bigger, way more beautiful and lush. But you know what? This is life. Like, if I can have, and I think this is why I'm such a fan of a fabric garden, is because life can get busy, life can get crazy, and it's not like just like a pile of weeds. Because I feel like if like I was trying to weed every single aisle, it would just be weeds all over if I hadn't touched it for like a month, you know? So this is it. This is the current garden setup. I have these poles here spaced out periodically through the garden. The reason I have those is for when I pull my hose. If I'm pulling my hose around this corner, I don't want it to smash my pepper plants or my cucumbers or the broccoli down there. So that's why I have that, so that the hose can lean against that post and not crush my produce that's growing. Here's garlic chives. They come back every year. So if you're looking for something to like, you want to grow but you don't want to like put in all the time, garlic chives are amazing. And regular chives as well, which are over there in this corner. They've been literally coming back every year since I planted them. Ooh, another thing that's kind of cool. These volunteers, obviously, you can eat these. They're like, it's like a sour clover. My kids love these. So yeah, just some random foraging knowledge for you. Okay. All right. Well, have a great day, and I'll see you later.